Hello and welcome back to Amazing History Explorer. And today we are going to see the Incas.
It's the Inca Empire in 1500 AD. I'll let you in on a little known fact. The Incas had mummies too. Not a lot of people know that. These mummies like to keep things under wraps.
That's a terrible joke. I'm not sure if Inca mummies count as mummies. I heard that they're like people who got frozen. This is another level where I don't actually know that much about it. But that's actually the reason I got this game out again in the first place.
The Inca city of Machu Picchu was hidden high in the Andes Mountains. It was a sacred place with many temples and other religious buildings.
For something that I'm doing at university.
Most Inca cities were destroyed by the Spanish invaders,
this game had an
but
Inca
they never
level
found
in it, didn't
Machu
it? Maybe
Picchu.
It has some ideas on where I could
The city of
start to
Machu
look
Picchu
for
was
stuff.
a sacred place, the home of the emperor.
And then I began playing through it and I went, I wonder if there's any... It actually started because I was like, I wonder if there's any playthroughs because I don't want to have to actually play the game. And there was only one, and someone was talking over it the whole way through, and I was just like...
The ruler of the Inca Empire was called the Sapa
So I
Inca.
decided that I
He
may
was
as well do
treated
my
like
own
a
for
god
someone else who
because
might
the
be in my
Incas believed that
situation.
he was related to the
That
sun god.
incredibly specific
When
situation.
an emperor died, his body
lived
was
to help
preserved as a
people
mummy
out.
and kept in a royal palace.
But yeah... So
The
yeah,
emperor
without
of
this
the
level,
Incas
I
was
might not
called
have ever
the
started up
Dapper
this
Inca,
channel.
the Sapa Inca.
I do like the sort of artwork that the Incas had. Hee hee, dancing houses. They're very sort of
Cusco
bright
was the
and
capital of
angular
the Inca Empire.
patterns.
It was a splendid city, with many temples and palaces built
the
from
mummies he
beautifully
was
worked
mentioning,
stone.
I thought they were sort of
To
like...
keep the city clean,
like
fresh water
the
ran down a
Pompeii
channel
mummies,
in
they're
the
not
middle
exactly
of each
mummied.
street,
They
carrying
weren't
away
made
any
into mummies,
waste.
but they were mummified by natural causes, like they, because they used to take people up to the top of the mountain and then get them drugged and then leave them there to freeze to death, and that was their way of sacrificing.
Crafting metal,
and those people
the Incas were
froze so
skilled
perfectly they turned into
goldsmiths.
mummies or something.
They melted down gold and silver and shaped
that's
it
what
into
I heard.
statues in honour of the sun god.
I mean, I'm not going to be...
Gold
I'm not going to
llamas
be
were
all
some of the
judgmental
most
about the fact that
popular
they
objects.
sacrificed because, you know...
They also made beautiful
I
gold
think every-
jewellery with precious
Nearly
stones.
every culture that I've heard about from South Africa
You've got
was
this just about wrapped
sacrificing,
up, only
and
2 more to
so
go.
were, let's be honest, a fair few Western cultures, at least earlier on. Certainly the Romans were.
Keeping count.
Alright, mister.
The Incas did not have a writing
Yeah, I
system.
think that was one of
To keep
those
track of things that needed to be
animations that I used to
counted,
click to make
they
happen
used a
over
bundle
and
of
over again 'cause I
strings
like
called a
the music.
quipu. Knots were
I do
tied in the
quite like sort of
strings
the
to record
ambient music that you
information,
get on these
such as
levels.
how
I
many
haven't
people
really
lived in the empire.
stopped to listen to it at all in this playthrough, but just the really nice little panpipes and stuff, and the others have really nice little ambient music as well, which is good. You know, I think that games,
Stone buildings,
especially games like this,
Inca
need to have
temples,
music that you can just
palaces,
stop and
and
listen
city
to, and it won't
buildings
start grating
were built
into your
from
head.
stone blocks. The Incas carefully
Which I
cut
think
and
a problem
shaped the
that I think
stone
a fair
so
few
the
games
blocks
that I've
fit
had
together
have had when
perfectly.
you don't want to
The
stop and
blocks were
listen to the
joined so
music. You
tightly,
want to
no
mute
cement
the
was
game
needed to
because
hold
it's
them
going
in
right through your
place.
head and annoying you and distracting you from playing.
Important Inca buildings were made from gold, stone blocks.
Gold's no good as a building material. I did hear that though, that like Inca buildings, the stones slotted together so well you couldn't fit a knife between the cracks and things like that.
Terraced fields.
I know that there's sort
Many
of a
Inca
similar
farmers grew their
practice
crops on steep
in
mountain slopes.
traditional
To make flat areas for their plants,
walls
the
here
Incas
in,
built
certainly here
steps or
in
terraced fields.
the north of England,
The
where
terraces
you
let water collect around the
stack
plants
stones into
and
a
also
wall
stop
and
the
they
soil
stay up
from
of
washing
their own
away.
accord with no cement in, but no one really makes them anymore.
Terraced fields help to
Because,
stop
you know, cement.
soil from washing away,
And also
birds from eating
because,
crops.
you know, there isn't so much need for walls like that anymore because they were supposed to separate fields, so...
Weaving
nowadays you've
cloth.
got
Inca
barbed
women were
wire and things
experts
for
at
that.
weaving wool to make cloth. The most beautiful girls were selected from every Inca village to spin wool and weave clothes specially for the emperor. They were called chosen women.
That's nice.
Inca women wove clothes from silk, wool.
I wonder if they were chosen for other things as well, and it's just being a kiddie game and not telling us. Ah well. We will never know.
Mountain farmers. Most Inca people were farmers who worked the land using wooden tools. Some farmers kept animals such as alpacas to provide milk and wool.
Ah well.
Every village had to give a portion of their crops and anything else they produced to the emperor.
But yeah, having to give up stuff to the emperor sounds pretty much like the feudal system that was going earlier on, or about the same time in some places.
Inca warriors. All Inca men were trained as soldiers and had to go to war whenever they were needed. The warriors were expected to fight bravely and fiercely, armed with maces, clubs, slings and spears.
Because I'm having to make a thing that's based off this sort of culture, like I said, and I've been constantly worried the whole time that I'm going to completely screw it up and just like
spears and
offend people with how wrong I am. But I guess, you know, you can't fail if you don't try. You can't succeed if you don't try, can you? So that's just giving in to the social justice people and blah de blah. I didn't click on
Inca
the
religion.
names
The
on
Incas
this level.
worshipped many gods.
Ah well.
There was a god of the sun,
Like I said last
the
time, I
stars,
think
and
this
the moon.
is the last
The most
map-based
important
level
was the
that we
sun
get.
god.
The other two, you'll
The
see
Incas
when
built
I
many
get onto the
temples
other
to
two
honor the
levels,
sun
but the other
god.
two are much more
To avoid the anger of the
sort
gods,
of
the Incas gave them
cityscapes
offerings.
sort of based. I think just because the other two are, you know, age of industry and all of that, and it's quite hard to portray that through a map. Probably because they're more recent. So.
Eating. Maize was the main food of the Incas.
I think it also
They
might be
also
partly
ate avocado,
because
tomato, cactus, chili and potato, as
this
well as
game was
fish
shipped
and the
out
meat
to
of
a number of
alpacas and
countries, and
guinea
with the latter
pigs.
two, I think
All
they wanted
these
to make it
foods
feel
were
like
unknown in Europe
those
at the
levels could
time.
be in your country.
The main food of the
So
Incas
didn't wanna
was
put a map to it.
rice, maize.
Yeah,
Foods
you can
of
get
the
to the
Inca.
activities that way as
Many
well.
of the
In
foods
fact, I
the
could have
Incas
got
ate
to them
were
much
unknown
quicker
in
doing
Europe
that way
before
rather than
explorers
searching
brought
for
them back by ship. Some of the
where's
things
the
the
fun in
Incas
that,
ate are
seriously?
shown below. Drag your
Yeah,
favourite Inca
these are
food
all
into the box.
wonderful foods
Chocolate.
that we have that to say for.
Potato,
I don't even need to
maize,
think about
squash,
this
beans,
because
tomato,
the
avocado,
only
peanut, pineapple,
things I eat on that
popcorn.
list are potato, maize and chocolate, and out of the three, although I have to admit I probably would actually miss potatoes more, even because I really
Rope
like
bridge.
chips and I really
The
like
Andes
crisps
Mountains are crisscrossed by fast rivers and deep
potato
ravines.
waffles and
The
roast
Incas were
potatoes
experts at
and
making
boiled
bridges to
potatoes
get
and baked
across these
potatoes,
natural
and I eat a
barriers.
lot of potatoes.
Their incredible bridges were built from grass
Although I get
stems
you can do
twisted
similar
together to
things
make
with
rope.
turnips, I think, and swede stuff like that.
Inca
but
bridges were made
potatoes
from
just nice.
grass ropes, clay bricks.
And on to the last thing. This is another level where there's really not that much
Inca
more
Road.
to go.
The
I think it
Incas
might just
built
be
an
because I've got
amazing
used to
system
the
of
way
roads
this game
around their
works, I'm just
empire.
able to storm right through it.
People travelled along the roads on foot, with
And
llamas
we have
carrying
another
heavy loads.
activity. Look at it
At
wiggling
rest
its
houses
way at
beside
us.
the roads, runners memorised messages, then
Yeah, that
ran
was
to
an
the next
interesting
rest
thing
house
they
to
had,
pass
the whole
them on.
messenger system.
Inca
It was just like a
transport.
whole
The Incas had
whole
to get
nation
around
full of
without the
Chinese
cars or trains we
whispers.
have today. Choose the way
I can't
you
help
would
but
get
wonder
from
if they
place
did
to
ever have
place
problems
if
with
you
that
were an
sort of thing.
Inca by dragging it into the box.
Okay, this is another one
Be
where
careful.
3
Only
are
3
right,
of the types
3
of
are
transport
wrong.
below were used by the Inca.
And
Horse.
out of the 3
the Incas
right
did
ones,
not
you
have
have
this type
to
of
pick
transport.
which was your
Come on,
best.
the Incas did
Which
not
is your
have this type
favourite.
of transport. Ox cart.
And
The
the answer
Incas
is
did not
horses,
have on
oxes
foot.
and camels were not
Reed boat.
in there.
Llama.
Out of the 3 though, I
Reed
think I'd
boat.
rather be in a boat. I like the sea. And I like boats in general.
Inca
I
Road.
think this is the last one, so I think we're getting close
What
to the
animals
end.
did the Incas use to carry heavy loads? Llamas.
The next
horses.
episode will be on the Age of Industry, or the Industrial Revolution, as I call it. So,
Time
yeah.
travel journal.
and then we'll be
My journey
near
to
the,
the
we're
Inca
nearing the
Empire.
end game of this.
Life. Inca
So,
people.
I guess I will see you then.